I'm Craig Thompson. I'm President and CEO of Memorial Sloan Kettering and on the board of the Geoffrey Beene Cancer Research Center.
My name is Charles Sawyers. I'm a professor at Sloan Kettering Cancer Center. I'm one of the members of the executive committee of the Geoffrey Beene Cancer Center within Sloan Kettering. I'm also the director of a translational research program called Human Oncology and Pathogenesis, where we are gathering teams of physician scientists who have one foot in the clinic and one foot in the laboratory to help move basic science discoveries into new drugs.
I am Joan Massaguer. I am the chairman of the Cancer Biology and Genetics program at Memorial Sloan Kettering and a member of the Geoffrey Beene Cancer Research Center.
I became interested in medicine and science in college and then went on to medical school where I became interested in improving how we could deliver health care. And the disease that has always fascinated me but also had the largest unmet need was cancer. It was just devastating. I think all of us today have been touched by some family member or close friend that's had cancer. And at the time I started in medicine, we really had no effective therapies.
The researcher who has one foot in the clinic and one foot in the lab leads a somewhat schizophrenic life at times. First of all, it takes an incredibly dedicated individual because they have to go to school to become a doctor and they also have to go to school to become a scientist and marry the two together. But once you have that combination of training, it's a very powerful set of skills that allows such a person to become the glue between two different forces that are both aligned to attacking cancer.
One of the things that we know about cancer, as we've delved into it deeper and deeper, it's not like heart disease. Heart affects one organ in our body and it's essentially one set of diseases. Cancer can arise in any cell in our body of any of the individual organs and is essentially 100 different diseases. And so unfortunately, the treatments that work for breast cancer aren't the treatments that work for lung cancer. And so we have developed this hyper-specialization that can be confusing to people in the public. But it also makes it exciting because it means that as we understand and can more effectively treat it, we can eliminate the side effects to many other types of cells in the body, which we didn't have when we didn't have this deep understanding that came from genomics and cancer.
Today we are assembling the puzzle. The puzzle is the puzzle of how cancers emerge and how cancers develop and how cancers respond to therapies or don't. That puzzle is being assembled today. 10 years ago, we had just pieces in the box, but they were not assembled into much of a picture yet.
The most exciting thing in our field today is that due to commitments to understanding through basic research what makes cancer cells tick, we now have incredible leads on how to kill them using drugs that target the lesions that make them grow.
Well, biomedical research is expensive, all being relative, of course, and all of it is done based on the generosity of people, directly through philanthropy, indirectly through governments that devote on behalf of the people money to research. Without funding for research, there is no research. Without more funding for research, the fruits of today's research will wither. And research and the research teams are something akin to a tree. You cannot plant a tree, water it, and then say, well, this season there is no water, so we'll leave it, we can wait the next one. No, that tree will die this season, and the tree will be gone, and all the investment into it. So continued funding, sustained funding, well-directed funding is the lifeline of research. Always has been and always will be.